It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the Raiders get to it! And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown! The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Got his target. It's Hill. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Putting a receiver in motion. They go play action on 1st. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. Escapes a defender. Space on the right. He's got room. Spinning his way to the end zone. Touchdown. The Saints cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
So the Saints making the call here. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. He's on the move. And he gets in. The 2-point try puts him in front by 1. 8-7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
They're on the 29-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders need only one to take the lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 6. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Play action on 1st down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
2nd and 10 now. Complete out to the right side. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Third and a lone yard coming up. Motion man sent left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Makes a man miss. Uh-oh, he's off. Galloping inside the 40. 20, 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints throw 6 points onto their score. The Saints trying a 2-point conversion once again. Here's Lance now. And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Ritter. Caught by Marshall. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for Raiders first. A give to Edwards-Helaire, running light. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Cut out left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Throwing it again here. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders go up by 4 here in the first. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lance. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Camaro with the first and still going. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They stay on the ground with Camaro. He finds some space again. Into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have a single-point lead in the first. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Now the Saints to the line for another 2-point try. Now it's Lance. Escapes out to the left. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Well, what's the old saying, partner? You can't win them all. 3rd go and a 2-point conversion in this game, and that's only the first time they did not end up in the end zone.
I know we're seeing a boom in this aggressiveness in analytics, but I will tell you, Kate, there's only so many plays. I mean, I guess you're going to see more coordinators and coaches spend off seasons adding more and more and more plays. But you only get so many reps during practice, and I am curious how many more 2-point shots they've got on that script.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We will not get another play in here. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Now a give to Edwards-Helaire coming left. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
This one's taken in by Hill. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. They go play action here. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. The Saints trying a 2-point conversion once again.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw, it's Lance. And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Here's Groupion now to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Ritter to throw. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, Edwards-Helaire gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Give up the gut to Edwards-Helaire. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Forced out to his right. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Now Ritter. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Behind Diablo there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They motion the slot man right. He's got room to roam here. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To the air, Lance. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing the out route complete. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Marcus Epps making the play. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense in the hurry up here. He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing is Lance. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. From the 32. So this solid first half continues from Brock then to the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
And he's going to get into the end zone. That extends their lead to 10 points. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So that brings up second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. He's got a man left. And they make the tackle at the 38. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Buys time, rolling right. He'll fire it. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Rolling left, buying some time. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds him right side. And in for the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Shaheed now to return. Returns looking good so far. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Kamara gets it off the option, and he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now it's Lance. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Raiders' 30-yard line.
Lance. pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Complete to number 12, Chris Olave.
Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans! Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ritter. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Edwards-Helaire reels it in. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Gets it quickly to Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a 1st down. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Just 1 quarter remaining. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing here, Ritter. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Ritter setting up to throw. Chased out to his right. Has a man. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Still going inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third down from the gun. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. Ritter to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he'll find a little room to get this up to the 10. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 10-yard line.
Another run for Kamara. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up, Cinemax, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big drip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take wild. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make a rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Hey, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.